What does a YouTube channel that gained popularity from outlandish pranks and the supplement industry have to do with one another? If you've been living under a rock for the last several years, or you're just an old head that doesn't understand these young bucks today, the word NELK has no real meaning to you. Now, I won't go into a long winded dissertation on the history of NELK, but the YouTube channel was originally started in July of 2012 as NELK Films. While the composition of the NELK boys have evolved over the years, their longtime content style would be kind of best described as a combination of vlogs centered around the North American college culture and party lifestyle mixed with prank footage. Pranks were what catapulted Nelk into stardom, with maybe the most famous one being called Coke Prank on Cops, posted in January of 2015. This YouTube video has now amassed close to 50 million views and involved the LAPD searching the crew's vehicle on suspicion of illegal activities. They end up falling for a prank, thinking a bunch of Coke in the back meant illicit drugs and not the beverage Coca Cola. This prank not only led the LAPD to release a statement informing the public that the prank was illegal and warning potential copycats, but it also took the NELK YouTube channel from a couple million views per month to over 10 million and reaching 1 million subscribers. Knowing NELK needed to kind of keep upping its ante on its pranks, they ended up coining the phrase full send, which means that you were committed to doing something extremely awesome with little regard to consequences. Though NELK has popularized a ton of terms that quickly spread on the internet, full send became a crucial part of what NELK represented. The idea of diving into wild situations became a theme of the NELK boys. Full send encapsulated this, and that word inspired subscribers. Full send became a lifestyle and naturally a lifestyle brand. In the earliest days, the Full Send brand was leveraged in kind of the typical creator economy way with merch drops. These one time LTO launches gained steam fast, and Full Send now reportedly sells close to $100 million worth of apparel annually. It wasn't until March 2020 that an unofficial member of NELK, Bradley Martin, helped them extend meaningfully into the world of creator packaged goods. So I'll get into what that product line was next, but first I kind of want to run through the trend that's fueling massive CPG industry success from the likes of Mr. Beast, Emma Chamberlain, and Logan Paul. Everyone thinks the C in CPG stands for consumer, but they're dead wrong. The most popular creators of today are becoming the biggest CPG brands of tomorrow. Creator packaged goods is a relatively new phenomenon. You've probably heard the term creator economy, but for those unfamiliar, it basically describes individuals that commercially capitalize on digital platform output, aka content creation. There are tens of millions of creators today, most just making the world a noisier place, but a small fraction add value to niches and or transcend beyond those digital platforms. See, there's a mix of skill, hard work, timing, and luck that goes into capitalizing on these new kingmakers of the world, which are the ever changing algorithms of those various digital platforms. If you can consistently catch lightning in a bottle by holding consumer attention with the help of these digital platform algorithms, congratulations. You've just become one of the most sought after assets in the world. The social currency of views, likes, comments, and shares now have exchange rates that supersede basic salary and fee based compensation of decades past. That is, if you know how to properly articulate and aestheticize your defining personality traits. Because that's really the cheat code here. Creators have the potential to build extremely valuable brands, but not all are created equal. It's also important to mention that when we're talking about the CPG industry, which is what we're focusing on because that's my jam, there's more to this equation than just having an uber popular creator or co founder that can pull forward awareness. Just think back to all of the CPG news headlines that you've read over the past year, and it seems an increasing number of them had some type of big name creator attached to them, right? So if everyone is doing it, the law of diminishing marginal returns will eventually start to kick in. This means the number of consumers interested in buying a product for no other reason than it was launched by a creator shrinks each time a new one enters the market. Creator packaged goods brands must still be great at price pack architecture, finding product market fit, capital allocation, new product development, and product management. And I can go on and on about all the kind of blocking and tackling X's and O's CPG operator stuff. And that's why partnerships with strong CPG operators or companies are so important to enhance the probability of success in the long run. There needs to be a credible person and or a team behind a creator packaged goods brand. NELK and fullsend now have that in John Shahidi, which they met in late 2020. While John Shahidi doesn't have a long lineage of CPG industry experience, he's also no entrepreneurial slouch, especially when it comes to the intersections of business and entertainment. When NELK started Happy Dad Hard Seltzers at the end of May 2021, John Shahidi became the president and partner in the entire Full Send venture. But let's kind of back this up a little bit. Remember, I mentioned there was a CPG product launch before Happy Dad, right? In May 2020, NELK launched Full Send Supplements. It was during a time frame when NELK began collaborating more with the mega fitness-based creator Bradley Martin. Now, I'm not sure if some members of NELK got legitimately more interested in fitness, which led to the supplements business idea, or if Bradley Martin saw the opportunity to leverage his existing supplement business infrastructure with the NELK audience. But either way, the initial two products, which were the Full Send Pre and BCAA, definitely had the formulation touch of somebody that wasn't a complete dietary supplement noob. Who knows the volume on that initial manufacturing run, but it reportedly sold out in 4 minutes as Full Send used its typical drop launch strategy. After early fall 2020, the Full Send supplement story got a bit dark for me, but then the supplement line reemerges about 2 years later in a totally different look or feel and deploying completely new strategies. Gone were the decently packed formulations, the sporty or edgy branding, and the drop launch strategy. They were replaced with this economically formulated full suite of products that had a soft or sterile health and wellness look. Oh, and the products were consistently available. You even saw the products supposedly get merchandised in California 7-Eleven locations, which makes no sense to me at all. And I'm sure I could armchair quarterback the fuck out of this brand more, but I don't want to be a complete Debbie Downer. Regardless, the current Full Send supplements look like a bit of a cash grab, which is okay. I'm not attacking them for that, especially when consumers today have all the information at their fingertips to decide what and what not is a good use of their money in any and every purchase. For those that I'm sure are wondering, I have really no idea how much revenue the Full Send supplements are generating, mostly because the typical kind of napkin math that I do based on monthly site visits, average conversion rate, and average cart value wouldn't tell the whole story here. Beyond the supplements.co website, NELK also sells these supplements on its general Full Send website, which gets a few million visits annually. But since I said some less than positive things just moments ago, let's balance it with a few strategic things I do like. Firstly, the current Full Send supplements are third party tested by Informed Choice. Secondly, the entry point formulation approach is actually better positioned to the NELK audience that would be maybe newer to supplements, aka don't sell people Ferraris when they don't even have a driver's license. Thirdly, Full Send is attaching deep promotional subscription incentives on supplements to their NFT Metacard holders, which will lock in recurring revenue on their most loyal fans. And then, fourthly, they now offer a few what I would call tertiary category supplements that are actually a bit more on brand for NELK, aka the liver health category and the sexual wellness category. Now, if we look at timing of these changes, it likely aligns with John Shahidi taking over the project. Does that really matter? Probably not, because even if John Shahidi had excellent supplement industry decision making skills, I'm not sure Nelk and fullsend are currently the ideal creators for the supplement industry, or at least with offering a typical full supplement product line. Creator packaged goods brands are most effective when they maximize the right creator plus right product aspect and can be hypercharged when aestheticized with defining personality traits. So, what is the right product for NELK? Happy Dad Hard Seltzer, or at least alcohol in general. Happy Dad Hard Seltzers has sold, I think, over 3 million units since its launch and is currently the number one followed and engaged with hard seltzer brand on social media. This proves that even though the mobile first generation, aka Gen Z, have given the creators the power of traditional celebrities, it doesn't mean they must cater to the youngest spectrum of that generational audience like Mr. Beast or Logan Paul does if they want their CPG ventures to be successful. As seen with Feastables or Prime or Chamberlain Coffee and to a lesser extent Happy Dad Hard Seltzer, creator packaged goods brands hold the potential of being developed into billion-dollar successful businesses capable of competing with even the most powerful CPG giants. Fortune favors the bold and increasingly the many creators who've made the leap into the CPG industry. Which brings me to the final point on the Nelk Boys and Full Send. They recently announced the hat trick of CPG as they will be launching board jerky. And while I wouldn't consider myself a meat snacks expert and certainly not a person that's attracted to products branded with these ape NFTs, I'll say that at least this category seems to work synergistically with the alcohol venture. But I hope you enjoyed this YouTube video. If you did, consider hitting the like button to support me. Also, help me get to my new short-term goal of 3,000 subscribers by hitting that subscribe button. I'd love to see you join me on this journey, but we need to fix the fact that basically 70% of you that are watching this YouTube video right now are not subscribed to my channel, and that makes me extremely sad. But I do want to thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next one.